guys, this is a new view, right? So I'm actually on my way to work and I have you guys, well, this is my cell phone recording, and I have you guys attached to my dash with a pop socket. So probably not the most sturdy thing, so this video might be a tiny bit bouncy, but I'm driving to work right now, and my commute to work is actually a lot longer than it used to be. My commute to work before used to be like 10 minutes, and now it's like 30 plus minutes, which is fine. I'm not complaining, but we recently moved. So Matt and I moved. We bought a beautiful house in Charlotte. I am in love with the house, but that's not what this video is about. I figured since my commute to work is so long now, anytime I'm driving by myself, which won't be very frequently because Matt and I actually commute now, carpool, because it makes sense as far as like better for the environment. We actually bought a Tesla recently too, because Matt is like all about trying to be green. He wants to get like solar panels on the house and all this stuff, which I'm all about. But anyways, I figured the days that I am, gosh, this is really bouncy. I hope that this is okay. This will be the test video. That I'm by myself, maybe I can film like little car chit chats with you guys. So I figured in today's video I would do an 8-month pregnancy update. Now usually I film these videos when I'm like sitting down in my like filming area and they're all nice and like properly lighted and all of that stuff, but I don't have my filming. Maybe I'll open this so it's brighter in here. Is that better? Ooh, sunroof. I don't have my like filming stuff set up yet, so we are fully unpacked. In fact, this morning I filmed a get ready with me that will probably go up before this video, so you guys can like see me get ready into this outfit. But yeah, we're fully unpacked and all of that stuff. But yeah, we recently moved and I just haven't had a chance to like figure out where I'm gonna film yet. I'm probably gonna film in front of my vanity, but we have 5 bedrooms. So, and there's only 2 of us. I mean, 1 on the way, obviously, but we have the room for me to make a beauty room out of. I just don't have this, like, the proper stuff, like the furniture and stuff to like make it a functional room. So I think I'm gonna just film in front of my vanity for now in our bedroom. But anyways, this video is going to be an 8-month pregnancy update, and guys, so the last pregnancy update video I did for you guys, I think I was 25 weeks when I filmed that video, and that was my second trimester update or second trimester recap video. And I have to say, so like everyone, including my midwife, had always said like, oh, second trimester is the honeymoon trimester. You're not even gonna feel pregnant, you're gonna feel great. And I was like, no, I feel pregnant. But she was right. Like, when I filmed that video for you guys, I was like, oh, nothing's been going wrong, everything's been perfect. I've had such a great pregnancy, which I still have, but it was like almost like clockwork. Like I jinxed myself. Like right after I filmed that video, I started to get like different and new, pretty intense pregnancy symptoms. And I think that also has to do with the fact that I was starting the 3rd trimester. So 3rd trimester officially begins at 28 weeks. And right now when I'm filming this video, I'm 32 weeks. So I'm about 4 weeks into the 2nd trimester. 32 weeks makes you 8 months. So I'm like in the 8th month of pregnancy. So starting, actually, yeah, probably about a week into the 8th month of pregnancy. And like I said, almost like clockwork, it was like symptoms started to get intense like almost right after I filmed that video. So I wanted to give you guys an update on kind of how things have been going. So a couple of days after I filmed that video, I started to get really, really bad dizzy spells, like intense dizzy spells, to the point where I would wake up in the morning and like, you know, bring it back to 10 years ago when I was 21 and I had been out to the bars the night before like, you know, maybe you don't know, but from my recollection, I remember there was situations where like the whole room would just be spinning. Like you laying on your bed and like you just feel like the room is spinning, and then you try to stand up and you like have to grab onto something because you're gonna fall over. That's how I felt. And it was multiple days in a row, and it was for like an hour or so at a time. And so I ended up going to urgent care. There's like a special maternity urgent care out here that I went to, and everything was fine. Like everything in my blood was fine. Iron levels were fine, which is usually when you have dizzy spells, like iron can be a problem or like a reason. But iron was fine, and basically it's just a pregnancy thing. So as you progress in your pregnancy, your blood, you like double the blood in your body, basically. Like you get, not double, but you get 50% more blood volume in your body. And your body does that to like prepare for, well, to give blood to the baby, but also to kind of prepare you for labor. Because when you go into labor, you lose a ton of blood, which is a whole nother story. But anyways, so your body produces like 50% more blood, which, you know, is like a big change for yourself. So your body's like, oh my gosh, what do I do with all this blood if you like are standing up or whatever. Anyways, dizziness is a pregnancy symptom. So that was a big thing. Scary. And then shortly after that, I flew to Arizona, is that right, for our baby shower. So we did have our baby shower, which was so fun. I got to see all my friends and family and stuff like that. And everything was fine. I thought for sure I was going to experience like swelling on the plane, because we went to Arizona the second week of June, so it was like June 8th or something like that. And it is hot in Arizona that week. It was like in the hundreds, like it was disgusting. And so I thought for sure I was going to experience like some really bad swelling, which I didn't. But when we got back to Charlotte the following week, I did start to experience swelling. So my feet started to swell really, really, really bad, to the point where like my shoes wouldn't fit. My ankles were swelling. I had a situation where my leg was swollen. Just a lot of really intense swelling, and it started to really scare me, because swelling is normal for pregnancy to a certain extent, but when it gets really bad, it could be a sign of preeclampsia. And so I went to the doctor. It was actually just my normal routine visit, happened to be like the next day, or I don't know, a couple days after the swelling. And she checked my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was really high. And so it really scared me, because I mean, that's like preeclampsia, which is really bad for the baby. Like just Google it. And so I started to really freak out a lot, and I was so worried, and I was like constantly monitoring the baby's movements. Like, is he moving as much as he used to? And like, I got really nervous there for probably like a week or so. And then the swelling went away, and it hasn't come back yet. And then my blood pressure leveled out, and it hasn't gone up again yet, knock on wood. And so I think I just was having, you know, a bad week or so. I know the blood pressure issues were probably due to work. I had a really stressful week at work that week for, it was like 2 weeks. And so that was another thing that was really scary. And then also more recently, I've been starting to get really, and you can't really see because I'm driving, but my side, yeah, you can't really see, but like my side, not my back, but my side right here has been hurting really bad, really, really bad. And to the point where like I can't sit for very long. And it just gets really sore, and I have to stand up and like stretch out my body or lay down, and I have to lay on certain sides or else it hurts. And so I had an appointment on Monday. I asked the midwife about that, and she said that right now baby is actually like laying on that side of my belly, So it's hard to show you guys, but like imagine that this is my belly, right, or my uterus, and this is the side that's been hurting. Baby has like moved himself all the way to this side of my uterus. So like his back is up against my side, and then his limbs are like pointing this way. So like this side of my uterus doesn't hurt at all. And I can kind of like sit like this and stretch it out or whatever. But that's kind of where he's positioned himself for the past probably 3 weeks. He's head down now, which is exciting because that means he's getting ready to make his appearance into the world. But because he has kind of like, you know, made his home off to the right side of my like uterus, my right side is really hurting because there's a baby in there, and he's like, his butt is like up in my ribs, and he's like kicking in my ribs, and it's just so uncomfortable, like incredibly uncomfortable. So there's not a lot I can do. It's not like I can move him or anything like that. He's gonna do what he wants to do. But so that's been kind of bad. The midwife did tell me I could do like warm compress. I was worried about putting ice packs or heat packs on myself because I didn't want to make the baby hot or cold. But she said it's fine as long as it's not extreme. I can also take warm baths and things like that. And I think because my side has been so uncomfortable, my back has now started to hurt again. And so I'm just a hot mess, you guys. I have like a sore side, a sore back. And luckily the back pain comes and goes. And it's not as intense as the side pain, but there's that. The shortness of breath has gotten awful. It's to the point where I get winded blow drying my hair. I get winded climbing up the stairs. I get winded walking to the bathroom. I get winded when I sit up after laying down. And it's because the baby is crowding my lungs, so he's getting so big. And my uterus has gotten so large that he is crowding my lungs. And I'll show you guys a bump picture. Obviously I can't show you right now because I'm in my car, but I will insert a bump picture. I have been taking bi-weekly pictures since I was 6 weeks along. And so once the baby arrives, I plan on kind of uploading a quick little minute or two video where I show you guys my progression week over week. But I will insert a picture of me at 32 weeks so you can see my bump. It is large. I am feeling super large. For those who are interested, I have gained 30 pounds so far, which I think is a lot. I did ask my midwife about it because I was concerned. I do think that 30 pounds is a lot. And I follow other people who are pregnant on Instagram and YouTube who, only gain 30 pounds for their whole pregnancy. And I'm only at 8 months, so I still have a month and a half left. And that month and a half is like extreme growth time where the baby's going to be putting on like a half a pound to a pound every week. And so therefore I will be putting on a half a pound to a pound every week. And so she wasn't concerned at all whatsoever. She said, it's totally fine. You're healthy. The baby's healthy. Everything is good. So don't worry about your weight. Just make sure that you're eating a balanced diet, which is another thing I've been kind of bad with. I haven't been eating the healthiest. It's interesting because, if you guys have followed my channel for a while, you know that I went through this big fitness journey 3 years ago where I lost 30 pounds, and now I'm back to where I was before that, obviously for good reason, and I'm not complaining, but it's really hard mentally to just watch that number on the scale go up after you worked so stinking hard to get it down. But anyways, I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying to eat healthier. I haven't really had any pregnancy cravings. That's a question that a ton of people ask me, is what are you craving? And I crave sweets like ice cream and cake, but I've always been a sweets eater, so that's not something that is new for pregnancy. I haven't started to crave anything different or weird, like pickles or things like that. I don't like pickles. I've never liked pickles. So I haven't really had anything like that. People always also ask me like how I'm feeling. Like that's kind of the first question that everyone always asks me is like, how are you feeling? And if I'm being honest, like I feel bad. Like I feel tired and large and hot, and a part of that is it's summertime, so like it's literally the temperature is hot outside and it's humid, which makes it hard to breathe, and so I just feel large and uncomfortable. Like that's the best way to explain it. I feel large and uncomfortable. But all of this being said, I feel good. I know a lot of people have it a lot harder than me. There are some people who have just horrible pregnancies, and I have been super blessed to have a relatively painless, healthy pregnancy, aside from a few things here and there, but for the most part things have been really, really good. I've been drinking a lot of water. My sister's a labor and delivery nurse. I don't know if I've told you guys that before, and a lot of times she works in the triage department, which is where like emergency pregnancy things come in. So like if you know, experience bleeding or you feel like you're going into labor early or whatever, you'll go to triage if you go to the hospital instead of the labor and delivery ward. So she sees a lot of people who have like weird symptoms or things that are happening. So I haven't had to like utilize her expertise very much, which I think is really good. I've just been trying to use like my common sense, and the fact that I haven't had to call her and be like, sis, what's going on, I think is very telling, because it means that things are just going really well, you know what I mean? But she has told me over and over again, drink lots of water, drink lots of water, drink lots of water. Like even when you think you're drinking enough, drink more. And now that it's summertime, drink more. Now that I'm in the 3rd trimester, I'm in 8 months, drink more. Like just drink to the point where you're peeing like constantly pretty much. And so that's what I've been doing, which I think has been very helpful. Water helps with swelling. Water helps with Braxton Hicks contractions, which I have been getting, by the way. I have been getting some Braxton Hicks contractions. When I was at the doctor on Monday, I actually had one while she was feeling my belly. So that's one of the things. My appointments are every 2 weeks now instead of every week. And I'm sorry, it used to be every 4 weeks. Now it's every 2 weeks. And then starting like my next appointment is in 2 weeks, but after that it's going to be every week. And part of that is they wanted to monitor my blood pressure to make sure that my blood pressure stays on track, but also it's just getting close. It's just getting close to due date, and so they want to see me every week to see like if I'm progressing into early labor, how things are going, all of that stuff. But at every appointment you lay back and your doctor or midwife will kind of feel your belly, tell you what position the baby's in. So that's how I know he's head down. How they know that, I have no idea. Like, how do they know he's head down? Like, that has got to be some sort of skill to figure out what position the baby's in. But they can tell you like where their head is, where their limbs are, where their little butt is, where their feet is. So this last time around, my midwife, she actually showed me on my belly, like, okay, so here's his little butt, here's his little feet, here's how you can like feel where everything is. And it's so funny because where she told me his butt is like right above my belly button. Oh, that's another symptom. I'll get back to that. It's like right above my belly button, maybe like a couple of inches, and it's like this hard lump. And I can see it move. It's like I'm at the point of my pregnancy where I can see my belly like kind of wave and move, which is so cool, you guys. Like, it's the coolest thing. And the other day, Matt and I were sitting on the couch, and I told him, I was like, feel right here. And like, it's at the point where the baby, he's not necessarily kicking anymore, or if he is, I think he's kicking off to the left of my uterus, and I just don't feel it. What I do feel is him like moving. So he's like moving his legs, or kind of like wiggling his little butt, or repositioning. I feel that a lot. And so I told Matt, I was like, feel, and you can just like feel the little bump, which is his butt, like kind of moving, and his legs moving. It's so cool, you guys. It's like honestly one of the coolest things ever to feel that kind of stuff. But yeah, right where his butt is, it's kind of like 2 inches above my belly button. And twice now I've had this really bad, intense pain. The best way I can explain it is my belly button. My belly button hurts. My belly button is sore. And I didn't know why. And that was one of the things I actually did ask my sister about, because I was like, sis, what is this pain? Like, it hurts so bad. It hurts to the point where like you know when you work out really, really hard and your abs or any muscle just hurts for days? That's what it felt like, but it was in a really weird spot because it was my belly button. And she was like, more than likely it's growing pains. Like, as long as there's no blood or weird fluids, like, you're fine. Just take Tylenol and then like cold or warm compress. And so I kind of took her word for it, and that was when I was in Arizona for my baby shower. And that was right around 6 months, 6.5 months, almost 7 months. And then the pain went away within like 4 days. And then I asked my midwife about it, like an appointment later, and she was like, yeah, those are growing pains, and what's happening is your belly is growing, and right there in your belly button is where your abs all kind of connect. And so she said, what's happening is your abs are separating. And I was like, oh my God, my abs are separating? Like, that's terrifying, you know? And it's scary and it sounds painful, but apparently like it's normal. And so that's what was going on there. And then a couple of weeks ago, the same thing happened. And luckily, like, I knew what was going on. But I asked my midwife in my last appointment to just confirm, like, hey, it's still just growing pains, right? And she was like, yeah, I mean, and she gave the ab example of like, think about when you work out really hard, and how long it takes for your abs to get like tight. It's the same thing that's happening to me now. It's just the opposite. They're growing the opposite way. They're stretching, they're separating to make room for this growing baby. So that was another thing. She did recommend a maternity belt, which I do have. I just need to wear to kind of support my growing belly. She said that'll also help with like the ligament pain and all of that. So yeah, that was another symptom. But going back to the baby moving, he's moving like crazy. He is he's had the hiccups a couple of times, which is really cool. And the only reason why I know it's the hiccups, and I guess I'm just assuming because I don't really know, but it's like a very systematic, like, it almost feels like when you, like, the first kicks you start to feel right around like 17, 18 weeks, at least for me, where it's like little flutters. It's like that, but very systematic and timed, where it's like every second or two, it'll be like hiccup, 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 which I guess is like every second. And you could just like feel like a little flutter and like a little move in your belly, like over and over and over again, which is really funny and really cool. He moves his arms a ton. I can feel. And the reason why I know it's his arms is because it's like down at the bottom of my uterus instead of up at the top. And if he's head down, then that's where his arms are. So that means he's like punching and moving, and he loves to put his little hands up by his face. I forgot to put my 3D ultrasound picture in my last pregnancy update, so I will put that in this video, because we did get 3 and 4D pictures taken just for funsies on Mother's Day, and I forgot to put them in my last video, so I'll put them in this one for you guys. But we probably will not have another ultrasound done at all, so the next time we'll see him is when he's born. Our midwife did say she might want to do an ultrasound around 34 weeks, which would actually be my next appointment, just to measure growth, to see like how big he is, to kind of prepare for labor, so we know like if he's going to be a big baby or if he's going to be a small baby, and just kind of prepare for all of that. I'm just going to go I was like stuck in the middle of the intersection and turned red. So we might do that, but if we do, then that would be the last ultrasound, of course. I don't think we're going to do another 3D one. We thought about it and we talked about it, but at this point, like, he's almost here, so seeing an actual baby is going to be more exciting than seeing an ultrasound picture. But yeah, I'm really super excited, you guys. I can't wait. Like, I'm to the point where we have the nursery all set up. I'm going to do a nursery tour, so I'll show you guys. We have all of his stuff set up, so his bassinet is set up in our room. Everything is ready to go. Like, I have everything. I went with my friend when she came in town, so she came in town like the first weekend of July, like the 1st of July, that weekend, and we put together the nursery and we went to Bye Bye Baby and basically bought like everything that was left on my registry. Not everything. I left a couple of things, you know, like the unnecessary things that were just for funsies. But anything that is, you know, necessary, we bought. So I have everything. Diapers, clothes, I mean the whole shebang. So I am like ready to go. My nesting instincts kicked in like immediately. And yeah, so this baby could arrive tomorrow and I would be ready for him as far as like having the right stuff at home. I mean, I think we have like diapers and meds and just everything. So the next thing I need to do is pack my hospital bag, which I'm actually really excited for. I don't know why. I've been like oddly excited to pack my hospital bag. So that is going to be one of my next videos. I'm going to show you guys like what's in my hospital bag. We've taken all of our hospital classes. So we took a breastfeeding class and a labor class and an infant CPR class and the hospital tours and all that stuff. So like, we're ready for this baby. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see him. I'm at the point where I'm ready for like life to be different. You know what I mean? Like, I've been prepping and we've had so many things going on with like our new house and stuff like that. But I'm at a point in my life where I'm just like ready for life to be different. I don't want to say my life is mundane because it's not. Clearly, we've had so much going on, but like, I'm just ready. So yeah, that is pretty much my 8-month update. I think that is everything. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I'm sure I did. Inevitably, I always forget to tell you guys something, or I always forget to insert a picture or something like that. But I think for the most part, that's kind of everything that's been going on. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what kind of baby videos you want me to film and what you want to see, because I have a feeling I'm just going to want to film a lot of baby videos soon. So obviously nursery tour, obviously what's in my hospital bag. I'm also thinking of doing like a postpartum prep video where I show you guys how I'm preparing for my postpartum recovery and things like that. But I just don't know. So let me know in the comment section down below. I am pulling up to my parking structure now, so you guys got to see like the whole ride to work. Traffic actually wasn't that bad because it's kind of late. So yeah, I think that's about it. So I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.